Hello everybody, I'm Nelson and welcome to my channel, The Nel-B Life. Well, today is day 2 of our travels, having originated in the Charlotte area, and now we're up in Sylva, North Carolina. And we had a full day of travel yesterday, and we're going to continue our travel today. So I'm with my main man, Nick. He's guiding this trip. He made a plan for us yesterday. It was beautiful. So we're going to recap yesterday right quick, and then we're going to tell you what we'll be doing today. So Nick, if you don't mind recapping what we did yesterday as we left town.
So basically we hopped on the highway 74, took it down to highway Interstate 26 into South Carolina, and hit Highway 11, which is basically like a foothills parkway at the bottom of the mountains across South Carolina.
Yeah, the Cherokee Scenic Park.
Yeah, a lot of things down there like Cowpens, Battlefield and stuff. There are some, it runs along the foothills, so you actually can see like Caesar's Head State Park, which we actually went to. If you go further down, there's Table Rock Resort further down towards Pickens. So, and then of course it continues on from there. But we took off and went up after a fuel stop and lunch stop. We went up 276 and went up to Caesar's Head. We went to the YMCA facility where they have the open air church.
It's a beautiful ride to get there.
Yeah, 11 miles off of Highway 276 to get there, but we found out as soon as we got there, they had just closed it a matter of minutes before we arrived. And so we had to turn around and come back, and there were a few people that were kind of angry because they didn't post anything on the website until right when they shut it down.
So our buddy Tim told us about this place that neither one of us had visited before.
Yeah, Tim Marshall.
Chapel, you remember the name of the chapel?
Sumi Open Air Chapel. I think it's called a Happy Place or something like that. It's open air.
I imagine it would have been very beautiful.
Yeah, you're supposed to be able to look out over the valley, which is North and South Carolina. But again, we weren't able to go out there, so we left there and went over to Caesar's
Head State Park.
Made a stop there in the little drizzle and rain. Did some videos real quick.
Was beautiful. It's been about 10 years since I've been there.
And it was my first trip getting there also. From there, we rode on up 276 to Brevard, hit Highway 64, rode up towards Cashiers, Highlands area, not all the way up in, and then we hit 281, which was a really, really nice road to ride. It connects back into 107 right before you get into Cullowhee, and then it was just a couple miles in here to Sylva. So
you're talking about curves and changing elevations and following the banks of the reserves and the dam and the river. It is such a beautiful thing. So put on your list 281. It was amazing.
And that was Wolf Creek Reservoir.
Yes.
So a nice little stop over there too. So beautiful place to stop and take a break and look around.
I'm telling you, it sure was. It's worth the journey there.
But it's an awesome road. If you like roads like Tail of the Dragon, you need to ride that road.
Yes, indeed, for sure. So after we left that area, we went into Cullowhee, where Western Carolina is.
Correct.
Yeah. Then that took us on over to where we are now in Sylva.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a recap of day 1. So now, day 2, what do we have planned?
So we're going to leave here, hop on 74 and head over towards the entrance to Maggie Valley and hit Highway 209, and that turns into what is called the Rattler. So we're going to take it, and it'll put us up in Hot Springs by the time we're done. Once we leave there, we're going to make our way over towards Little Switzerland, do the loop there of 226A, and from there we're going to start heading our way back home.
Yes. So it's a full 2 days, but we're getting in a lot of beautiful miles, which I like to add an S to that and make them smiles. But this is a preview of some of the rides that we're going to suggest for the Road Glide National Rally.
Correct, for Shark Week, Asheville.
And that's the end of July?
Correct.
Okay. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be my first time attending one of those rallies. And I'm glad it's right in the backyard at this point. So we're looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, my first Shark Week was in I want to say 2017, it was in Cherokee. And I've been going to them ever since. So it's contagious. Once you go, you're hooked.
Yeah, for sure. And the locations are moved all around the country.
Right.
From far west to, in the last 3 years at least, I believe
So
it
we
was
did
in Williamsburg one year, right?
We did Utah last year. The year before that was Williamsburg. Lake Tahoe before that.
Wow.
South Dakota. Pennsylvania. Wisconsin. I think that's all the ones that have happened since I've been. But they've been to Canada, Texas. I mean, yeah, all over.
Yeah, for sure. So hope you'll stay tuned and come along with the ride with us today. And we'll be checking back in with you along the way. So stay tuned. Nel-B and Nick, we're on our way.
All right.
It's around 10 in the morning, and the sun has lifted and burned off clouds, and it's a beautiful day. We're entering Highway 74, and we're going to ride that over to the Lake Junaluska area, and that's where we'll pick up 209. From this point on 209, we are going to ride over to the Clyde area, and that is where the roadway, the Rattler, starts. There's a supply company there, Ferguson Supply Company. That'll be our first stop. It was a couple of years ago that I first rode the Rattler, Highway 209, with friends from the Charlotte area. We did a day trip just to come up, ride the Rattler, and then return back home. And it was a great ride, very beautiful. In fact, this was the gas station where we stopped from our first ride. So I'm already seeing familiar sights. But it's a beautiful drive, and certainly we're off to a good start. This section of the route goes through farmlands and beautiful valleys and looking up to mountain peaks. And it's just a relaxing, beautiful ride. From our entry point at Lake Junaluska to Ferguson Supply Company, where we'll stop, it's about 8 to 10 miles. Well, that was a beautiful ride, short ride. It only took us about 40 minutes to get from Sylva to here at the start of the Rattler, Highway 209. We rode about, 8 miles, 10 miles or less to get to this point from Highway 74, where 209 started, or at least our entry point to 209. And now we are here at the Ferguson Supply Store. This is their famous general store. If you want to compare it to the Tail of the Dragon and its general store. Here is the logo for the Rattler behind us. So we're getting ready to go inside and take a look around inside the general store. But we've made it. This is my second trip here, so I have a familiarity of what lies ahead of us, and I'm looking forward to riding the Rattler once again. Stay tuned. So we're inside of the General Supply Company. They made a few changes. Last year when I was here, their merchandise was on the other side of this wall. Now they have it over here. We're about to get like Harley Davidson prices on their t-shirts.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is old school general store over here. Dog food and deer. I guess, is that a fox or a wolf? That's too big for a fox. It must be a wolf skin. Man, look at that hornet's nest. Let's see what we got over here to choose from. Smoky Mountain Riders. Ferguson Supply. Vines Creek. Let's see what's over here. Well, in my opinion, they don't have really any Rattler collection. We got little treats over here and drinks. So this side looks pretty much the same as last year. Got a few more tables, about the same, I guess different arrange on the tables. The counter over here and all. So yeah, it's a nice little general store. Selection of beverages, alcoholic and non-alcoholic. So that's cool. Last year, the owner of this property took me on a tour of that little cabin down there. It was very nice inside, actually. So after a brief stop at Ferguson Supply, we're heading north now on 209. Again, beautiful landscape, the river that's running next to the highway, and we are going to make a stop. There's a general supply store, I recall, a general store. So at this point, I took the lead us up to the next stop along 209. This is a section where we start gaining some elevation and the curves become more twisty and the excitement starts. Again, it's a beautiful ride, but you have to pay attention and make sure you stay off the yellow line. I always thought it was interesting they built this building right in the apex of the curve, so you can't miss it. And here we are to our next stop. We're in the Truss area, the community, and this is a very nice store and restaurant, cafe. So let's check it out. So we've only traveled about 8 miles or so from the Ferguson supply store, and now we are in a township or a community called Luck, L-U-C-K. And they have a general store here and a cafe. So I'm gonna go inside and check things out. It's relatively new. It's a very nice building on the outside. It's a gathering place for motorcyclists, particularly this morning. You got sports bike riders and tour baggers here. So we're gonna go inside and check it out. It's just been a beautiful day thus far, and looking forward to this weather and the scenery to continue. They have an emergency vehicle out here. I'm not sure why or what happened with that, but hopefully whoever is involved will be well taken care of. So stay tuned. We're off to a good start. So we're inside of this nice general store. They have a cafe over here, diner, which is great. Got t-shirts. Community history here. Info board. It's very nice. Look, it's like some good looking desserts over here. Oh. So this is Trust General Store. Signing log. Nice. Get one of these. Board. Oh, you're all right. How are you? Hey, how you doing? Good. Great. Okay, here we go. What do we got here? What are we talking about? Oh, yeah. Shiner's Run. Hadn't heard of that, but that's pretty cool. Sure, there's some good information there that everybody needs to be aware of. So we got a Shiner's Run Trust NC. Okay.
Pretty good, you? Oh, yeah.
$32 for ladies, long sleeve, no, short sleeve. Oh, look at that. He got a squirrel. Bow and arrow. Candies and fruit and vegetables. Something for everybody. This area is so beautiful, and from time to time I see a little of trees maybe have pushed over, but I don't see too much evidence that Hurricane Helene had created much damage in this area. I don't think this roadway had been closed at all due to the hurricane. So it's a nice clean surface as we wind our way around the bending curves. It gives offers to some beautiful overlooks, and also as we rode through this valley ahead, the outlook to the mountains ahead of us is great. Eventually, we're going to come up upon 209 Burgers. I haven't been to that restaurant yet, but I understand that they have some great lunch, burgers, of course, and sandwiches and pasta dishes there. So one of the trips that I'll make to the Rattler, I'll check it out. And that's the restaurant I'm talking about to the right there. Beautiful landscape. As we travel this long stretch of straight road rolling through the valley, and then as we exit the valley, we start to gain in elevations again, still following along the edge of the creek river, which is very pretty to see. And we're making our way heading north once again towards Hot Springs. There are many homesteads on the opposite side of the road, separated by the creek. And I can imagine, just as with the storms that came through Lake Lure, Chimney Rock area, how those homes would be isolated should anything happen to those bridges. But fortunately, in this area, I'm not seeing any evidence there again of damage from the hurricane. Many of these corn routes through the Western North Carolina mountains are compared to the Dragon. It's my opinion that although they offer some specific enjoyment and excitement, they still don't beat the Tale of the Dragon. We're now in Hot Springs, and this is going to end this version of the ride. Our next stop, we're going to make our way over to Little Switzerland. So thank you for watching our journey thus far. It's been great. We're going to continue this route. So come back and take a look at our ride as we will ride 226A, which will be our first ride since the hurricane.